Good morning. So I thought I'd do a little update on my 5 gallon tank. The fish are getting a little bigger. They're in here. I have 4 little half black babies that were born in this tank. I think a couple of my Endler hybrids, and 3 fish I saved for my 65 gallon. Stop them being lunch. I thought Bob would be interested to see that his plants are doing well. Behind the rock, I placed a small piece of the plant he sent me, which just had 2 small leaves on them, and they've been in here a little over a week, and they're grown really well. I do have black hair algae in here, but it does seem like the little pest snails are getting rid of it quite well. The plant in front of the rock was absolutely covered in it. I also have Chernobyl in here. He's at the top. He was a rescue from my 65 gallon. When we took him out, he had a V thing missing at the top of his head. He also had an extra flap that looked like a fin, and he was unable to come down from the top of the tank. Since then, he seems to have lost the extra fin. I can't be 100% sure, but he's definitely lost the bit that was missing at the top of his head. And he can now swim wherever he wants in the tank. The only difference about him is he is very tiny, considering he's the same age as some of the other fish. I think he's just at the top. He still swims a lot at the top, but he's definitely beginning to look more like a normal fish. He was very weird when we got him out. You know, he had this what looked like an extra fin, but it might have been a flap of skin. He was staying at the top of the tank, and now that's all grown in. And but I think I'm going to have to wait till he grows an awful lot bigger before I really know what he looks like. He's just not really growing. He seems healthy enough the other way. But I'm hoping to be able to find out if a few of these are males so that I can move them to my male guppy tank. I really want this tank free because my local pet shops have started to sell freshwater pea puffers, so I really want one for here. And I saw one yesterday that was as cute as a button, but I really want to look into them a little bit more before I actually get one, and make sure it'll be a good fit for our little community of tanks, because there's nothing worse than buying a fish and finding out that you don't really know how to care for it. I've only did that once with a crab, and I really don't want to do that again. So a fish may be sweet in the fish shop, but sometimes it's the best idea to leave it there till you really know what you're doing. So I hope Bob is pleased with his first look at some of his plants. The rest are in other tanks, but they're not such big pieces as this one, and the big pieces are floating in the top of my 65 gallon.